Hey everyone, welcome. Guest with us today, we have Nikki, who spent 25 years earning an associate's degree. She literally just earned a bachelor's degree in 8 weeks, which is absolutely insane. Nikki's here to share her story, and we're going to talk about how she did it and help you get your college degree way faster. Nikki, thank you so much for being here and congratulations.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Let's just dive into the deep end here. You just earned a bachelor's degree in 8 weeks. 25 years for your associate's degree. Can you kind of tell us about that story a little bit? Why did the associate's degree take 25 years and how did you do a bachelor's degree in 8 weeks? It makes no sense. It's impossible, right? Can you just kind of talk to us about how this happened?
Absolutely. So I feel that for my associate's degree, number one, I wasn't sure of the career path that I wanted. It was a matter of, okay, stop. Yes, I like this, but not so much. So it was kind of a trial and error. However, then on top of that, I started letting life get in the way of my growth. So, whatever situation was going on in my life, I deemed that as more important than my self-worth and my growth. So, with those aspects, again, I thought things that were going on were more important than my education. But fast forward to now, I now know that my education is important because again, that's a part of my growth. And just for me to continuous learning, it doesn't always have to be formal, but I do feel as though you should always be learning something all the time.
For sure. So, schools will never tell us this, okay? But we've been taught our whole lives an associate's degree is 2 years, a bachelor's degree is two more, which is 4 years, a master's degree is two more, which is 6 years. A doctorate degree is another 2, right? That's not
Right.
true. If you're watching this, that's not true. That's what like, yes, you can do it that fast,
Mhm.
but that's not normal. What they don't tell you is the average student. What does the average student take? Well, an associate's degree on average takes like 3 years. A bachelor's degree on average takes over 5.5 years, so on and so forth. So, Nikki, like, you're in this situation where your associate's degree took forever. I did the same thing. I kept dropping out. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna take a few classes. I'm gonna drop out again. Life happens and school is hard, right? Here's the thing though, school is hard because universities are businesses. And I hope this is making sense to people watching. But we have like this big traditional cycle of learning where it's like you're going to show up in a classroom and teachers are going to give you lectures and you're going to read textbooks and do homework and quizzes and essays and all this stuff that we're familiar with. Here's the thing though, what they're teaching and how they're teaching it, there's a disconnect. Okay. We're in this new era where we can learn things really fast, but schools aren't using new technology or new ways of learning. They're still using the old school stuff because the longer we're students, the more money they make, right?
Yes.
You went rogue. I helped you go rogue, Nikki. And this bachelor's degree, you didn't do it the school's way.
Yeah.
You did it your own way and you self-studied your way to a bachelor's degree. Can you talk about, because you have just as much experience as anyone with the old traditional process versus doing it this new way. Can you talk about kind of the differences in approach and I don't know how it's made your life better?
Just like when I was going through your program, the number one thing, well, let me start with the traditional. The traditional way was for me to read through the book, read through the quizzes, just do everything how the school wanted me to do it. So that was time consuming in itself. One class took 7 weeks, opposed to the new way is okay, I start with the exam, the pre assessment. I understand what's on that pre-assessment and then test my knowledge. For me, that's life-changing because I have all the material that I need for this class in this pre-assessment. So now I'm going to gather the different information that I need to help me study. But once I feel that I'm at a place where, okay, I'll do well on this exam, let me take it. So the average class for me, it was basically 2 to 3 days. It was a couple classes that were a little longer and literally just a couple, but everything else was very simple and short compared to my associate's degree. So again, for me, that was life changing because it just taught me I didn't have to spend months on end studying for one class, and I can get 15 plus classes completed in 2 months.
So you're doing traditional, it's like 4-month semester and you might do 4 classes, or new way, you're talking 2 or 3 days for an entire college class. For those watching, you're like, "What? Like, that doesn't make sense." The process is pretty simple, okay? You figure out what you need to learn, you learn it on your own instead of relying on that traditional system the schools offer, and then you test out of a class. Now, if you're like, "How do you test out of a class?" There are schools that have what are called competency-based education programs, where essentially, if you prove to them you've gained the knowledge, they'll give you credit for the class. Well, it turns out if you go and gain that knowledge on your own, it's a lot faster than that traditional cycle. And that's what we're taking advantage of when we're getting college degrees faster. Now, a lot of people, Nikki, will tell me, and by the way, everyone, like if you want my help with this, I'll leave some links down below in the video description. But a lot of people will say when they hear about this process, I get it all the time. I got my degree in 4 years, or I was in school for 6 years. There's no way you were able to learn as much as I learned in this amount of time, right? You can't learn or gain this knowledge that quickly. Nikki, what are your thoughts there? You had an associate's degree traditionally, and you had a bachelor's degree in 8 weeks. Did you learn more in the longer time frame or in the shorter? Or what are your thoughts on actually gaining the knowledge?
I gained more knowledge with the bachelor's degree than I did with the associate's degree. Again, for me, the method, it is all about the method and the way that I learn the information. With the traditional way, again, yes, I have more time, but the different methods for me, that information stuck to me more. It was it's a simple way for me to obtain and absorb the information. So for me, yes, I learned much more with 2 months opposed to 25 years.
I know everyone watching, I know it makes no sense because it's been ingrained in our minds for so long. It takes 4 years to learn how to do this. It's just not true. Let's take math for an example, okay? Kindergarten, we start really, really basic math, and we just learn more math spread throughout the years through high school graduation, and then we pick up where we left off and go through college. If you didn't know anything about math and you were a decently smart human being, and you're like, "I wanna learn algebra," you can go to YouTube and learn algebra from start to finish in, like, a couple of weeks max if you're actually aggressively trying to learn. Learning is not hard. The way universities present the information and force us to learn is hard, if that makes sense. I get it. There are skeptics. There will always be skeptics, but self-study is so much easier. Now, Nikki, this is like this whole new way of learning is it doesn't just apply to school, it applies to life as well, right? What are your thoughts just life in general? Has it made you think differently?
I think a lot of people in life try to make different aspects very complicated. But when you really get to the heart of it, it's simple. So taking the program that I went through, now taking different aspects of my life, again, applying it is simple. I've just made things simple. Dealing with my son, simple. Try to make everything simple. You don't have to, again, yes, it's a degree, and people feel that it's a degree, so it has to be complicated. But why, my thing is, why does it have to be complicated? So, yes, this program I apply it to every aspect of my life. And for me, I feel that I'm winning. So that's the great part of it.
So happy for you, Nikki. Now, college degrees, people go to college for a whole bunch of different reasons. Like there are people that go to college because they want the experience and the social life. Obviously, this with this process, you lose that. If you're not sitting in a classroom next to other students and you're studying at home, like you lose the social aspect. Some people go to college to just say that they had a degree or to prove to themselves that they earned a degree. Vast majority of students go to college for the career aspect. Is it's unfortunate, but most employers to reach a certain level within a company, get a really good job, bachelor's degrees are like the bare minimum standard to qualify for most good high paying jobs. Not it's not always the case, but most of the time. You got your degree and I'm certain it's going to help your career. What are you going to do with it and what's your plan from here on out, Nikki?
One of the biggest reasons for the degree was it's going to help me financially and level me up, position me in a better place in managerial roles.
So you're taking a big step career-wise with your degree. For those watching, just statistically, a bachelor's degree gets you a $2,000 per month pay raise. Well, if you do the math, you're like, well, is 4 years of school actually worth that? But if you can go get a bachelor's degree in, like Nikki did 2 years of school in 8 weeks, let's say you did the full degree, you were on track to break 4 months or less. If you can go get a few $1,000 a month pay raise, in a couple of months of work, like, how does that change your career? It's absolutely ridiculous, and it's almost a no-brainer. Yes, it's hard work. I'm certain you're tired, Nikki. Like, I'm did it beat you up a little bit? Like, are you tired here?
It did. Really, I thought me taking a week off, a week or 2, 2 weeks off after school, I thought I would be, okay, but I realized I was truly mentally, physically, and emotionally exhausted. I didn't realize how much of a toll it took on me. So I kinda just disconnected.
Totally. Here's the thing. What we're teaching, what we're doing is not easy.
Uh,
Would you rather be beat up for a few months, or would you rather be beat up working a full-time job and taking care of your families and going to school on the side for 5 years? Like, it's no, thank you. No, thank you. I dropped out as well, and then I took education in my own hands, and that's what changed it for me. A lot of people watching are wondering, like, Nikki, you're clearly a smart person. A lot of people watching are thinking, yeah, but I don't think I can do this. Maybe I'm not smart enough. Maybe I dropped out of college because I struggled with math. Maybe it's just not for me because I wasn't able to succeed in the past. Do you have any thoughts for people that are having those thoughts?
Listening to the videos that I saw from you, it helped me to understand, yes, it is for me. And I had the same thoughts initially, not the fact that it wasn't for me. This sounds like a lot. But again, looking at your videos and understanding the process that you give, it really, again, is simple and it is for you. Take the time to do it, believe in yourself that you can do it. It's if I did it, anyone could do it.
I feel the same way. If I can do it, anyone can do it. I graduated high school with a 2.7 GPA, and that is literally only because I had an athletic scholarship offer. A coach came to me and was like, "Hey, you got scholarship money on the table if you get your grades up." So I graduated with a 2.7, spending the last year and a half of high school trying to get my grades up. Like, that's how bad of a student I was. If you can go to YouTube and learn something, if you can use AI and learn something, if you can learn things on your own, you can do this. You're taking the power out of the school's hands and you're taking it into your own hands.
Yes.
If you want help doing this, I teach people how to do it all the time. I have a program called Degree Hacking Academy. I'll leave a link down below in the description. Regardless of that, though, you can do this. Like, if you don't have a college degree and it's greatly going to benefit your career, take the leap and go get that degree because it's life changing, makes your career better, makes your financial situation better, and it takes a lot of stress off. Nikki, congratulations. Thank you so much for being willing to share your story with us.
You're welcome.
Everyone watching, hope this video's inspired you. Have a wonderful day, and we'll talk to you in the next video.